Good, good. Thank you for having me. I was waiting to see
how long what are we doing? My mic's over here. I'm talking. Wow. Anyways, Joe Pasquale here, Coppercase Cigar Chat Live. Haven't done that before.
That's awesome. I was just looking at you, and I'm like, dude, that mic is nowhere near his
awesome.
mouth.
No, that's so great. Yeah, we're doing a short live. I'm glad we're live. It's not going well. We just sat down to talk. Tyler and I have been sitting here talking hockey for the last 30 minutes. So we wanted to do a quick live, talk hockey for a second. We are going to record a full episode here after that. We put a bunch of fun stuff on the table if we want to switch the camera, the middle camera right here. We got a lot of cool stuff out there.
A lot of cool stuff.
Yeah, the Warhead bombs are on the website right now. I think we still have one of the really cool Espinosa ashtrays out there. And then the 58, if you want to pick that up.
Yeah.
So the 58 that Tyler's
got my camera right there.
Yeah, that's right there. So the 58 just came out. I think we just got these last week.
Yeah. So yeah, our yearly limited edition that we do with the Knuckle Sandwich brand. Our brand that we partner with Guy Fieri on. The 58's in honor of his birthday every year. So like last year was the 57, and the year before that was the 56, and we started all with the 55. And we've kept the same blend essentially over all those years. And we just tweaked the size a little bit. So this year it's like a 6 1/4 by 54 oval press Toro. And Mexican San Andreas wrapper, Nicaraguan binder, and fillers. Really, really good blend.
That's awesome.
And it's usually a really nice, smooth Maduro that's got a little bit of oomph to it, and it hits every year. And it's probably our most sought after knuckle sandwich Ellie that we do every year. So
sure. I
mean, between that and Chef Special.
Chef Special, yeah, I was gonna say Chef Special is always really hot too. And then, like I said, the bombs have been really popular. And if you have a chance, obviously, if you looked at it, and I'll hold one of these up here, there are cigars in here. So we have this is the 11, which we got in about a month or so ago. Really, really cool collector's jar. There's 10 cigars in here. I think our price on the website's like $145 for 10 of these. So it's a steal. Grab one of these.
Practically free.
Practically free. So we have those out there as well. Check them out on the website. There are jars in a few of the stores if you're local. The 58s did get to a couple of the stores last week. So there's singles out there at some of the stores as well. But again, 20% off full boxes on the website if you want to grab a box of 58s. Since we are live, and I don't know when our episode is going to air, let's talk hockey, because both you and I were up yesterday early on Sunday morning.
Way too early.
Olympics
could take a note after this year and be like, maybe we should start it out like in American time, like I don't know, 10 a.m. would have been better, but 8 a.m. was a little early, especially on a Sunday. But it was epic.
So again, unless you were under a rock or you didn't watch sports or any TV yesterday, the U.S. men's team did beat Canada 2-1 in overtime. Mr. Hughesy, just
with a busted mouth.
Yeah, legend.
Teeth all jacked up.
I do love that all 4 players on the ice were Michigan boys.
Are they all really?
So Hughes' family, they moved to Michigan. He played like his youth
he played for New Jersey, right?
Yeah, he's a Devil now.
Yeah.
So he played his development hockey in Michigan.
Okay.
Went to the U.S. development camp in Michigan. Larkin was on the ice, Michigan-born kid.
He plays for
Red
Detroit,
Wings,
right?
but he went to the University of Michigan. And so he's Michigan-born, University of Michigan, plays for the Wings, captain. Warinsky, University of Michigan kid.
Columbus Blue Jacket.
From Michigan. And then Hellebuck from Michigan.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So.
And he plays for Winnipeg, right?
Yeah.
So this is hilarious. A Canadian NHL player or a Canadian or a guy who plays in the NHL for a Canadian team on Team USA beats Canada.
Yeah, they were joking like what
poetry.
What type of reception he'll get in Winnipeg when he comes back.
It'll be interesting to see that first game back for them. When do they start back up?
Wednesday
already?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
that's quick.
They're flying back today, I guess, because of the nor'easter that came in. They were supposed to fly back into like New York or something like that.
I think they flew into Miami.
Miami.
Which that's going to be that place wild, probably.
Yeah.
That night. They're going to have a nice night partying before they get back on the ice.
And then, there's like a slate of like 8 games on Wednesday all over the NHL. So those guys will be back at it.
And then Hughes will be back with jacked up teeth playing Wednesday probably.
Yeah, he'll be fine.
Yeah.
No, really cool moment for the U.S. Great. They won the gold. Really cool if you got to watch it. I thought one of the funniest things that came out yesterday is if you kept up on social media, the boys were hitting it in Italy last night.
Yeah.
It appeared. So there's a lot of funny videos out there on social media where they were definitely drinking some beers after that win.
I saw them listening to Toby Keith, like Red, White, and Blue in the locker room after it. I'm like, that's like, shout out to Toby Keith. I was like, that was awesome.
If you have a chance, there's a video, I think I saw on YouTube, where Tarico checked back in with them in the locker room, and Hallebuck and Hughes were sitting there doing an interview. As both Hughes brothers and Hallebuck were doing an interview, and they're definitely at least 10 beers in deep.
Oh, they're like they sound like tanks.
Yeah,
slightly.
And then Larkin comes in from the background, also tanked, who's just like, "What's up, Tarico? Love you, Mike." And just like that's all he says. Like that's all he says.
They I was like, really, that was cool that they brought out like Goudreau's jersey and stuff like that at the end with his kids. Like, that teared me up.
Oh, I
was like, that's some heavy stuff, right? Because I didn't even think about that, honestly, like until halfway through the game, maybe.
I think my sister texted me, and I saw somebody else. I think my sister was one text me, and she was like, "If they bring Giant G's kids out, I'm gonna lose it."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh yeah," because I saw his parents during the game, and when that happened, I had tears were going.
Yeah.
My kids were asking me questions about it. I was like, "No, I'm gonna answer." And my wife was crying. She's like, "What happened?" I told her, and then they talked about it there, and really emotional. The U.S. team, and she's like, "Oh, was he a really good hockey player?" I was like, "Yeah, he was an awesome hockey player." She's like, "Oh, would he have been on this team?" I said, "Yeah, Johnny Gaudreau would have 100% been on this team." And all those guys played developmental with him and played with him, and he was awesome.
Yeah.
So that was really emotional and cool. And I saw a Canadian guy, actually a guy that writes for one of the Canadian publications, he came out and he's like, "Look, anniversary of the Miracle on Ice. Giant G's parents were in the house. We were never winning that hockey game."
Right, yeah. the hockey gods were against him in that aspect.
Yeah, they were never winning that game. We are smoking Espinosa product today, so we got the knuckle sandwich Habano in our hands, which
we do.
This is kind of been like a really core cigar for you guys now. The whole knuckle sandwich line.
Yeah, especially. I mean, it started out with the Habano and the Maduro, actually the red and black box right there in front of the ashtray right there. But yeah, we started with those, and they've been huge pillars to our whole portfolio as a company. Since we came out of them, like three years ago, something like that.
Yeah,
3 or 4.
I think they're 3 or 4 years ago.
Something like that.
Yeah.
And we, they've been super successful, and they're both, I'd say, both Toro sizes are like top 5 best-selling SKUs for me in our portfolio, in my territory. So, I mean, it's been doing really well, and we've been super happy with it. I mean, we got the Toros and the Habano. I got number 23 in Cigar Aficionado's top 25 a couple years ago. And then, it's just been rocking and rolling. And then the new Puro's been hitting really well.
Yeah.
And that's been doing it. And the Connecticut does really well, too.
Yeah. And we do have knuckle sandwiches in our store, so check them out. They're also on the website. Been a lot of fun. I know you guys did that little 3-pack a couple years ago. Maybe they'll come back.
Yeah, like that
point.
Robusto sampler thing.
It was the prefix.
Oh, the prefix. Yeah. So we did like the Robusto sampler where I had like one Connecticut, one Habano, one Maduro. We discontinued those. I think it was something with the packaging. And we ended up doing the prefix sampler, which had like 3 Connecticut, 3 Habano, 3 Maduro with like a cool like knuckle sandwich challenge coin.
Yeah.
Which I still have. It's chilling in my not glove department. This is my center console in my car. So, rattling around in there. But that was like only like 1,500 of those samplers were made. But you got like 3 like 5x58 like perfect figurados.
Yeah.
And those things are awesome.
That was a really cool sampler. We're also on the episode today. We're going to talk about the new Penelope Havana. Comes out like once a year. So we're going to talk about that on the episode. I haven't had a sip yet, but you said it's pretty sweet for a bourbon for sure.
Yeah, for sure. That's good.
Yeah. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about our top 5. We're going to have a top 5 list. He's going to talk about his top 5 Pittsburgh Steelers. Tyler is a big Pittsburgh Steeler fan. We'll talk about my top 5 Detroit Lions of all time. So we're going to talk some football. We'll probably talk about a little bit more hockey. And yeah, it was cool. It was cool to see the Olympics come to a close in that big, celebratory fashion for the U.S. men's team.
Yeah.
Which, again, we both wish it would have been on a little bit later. It just felt weird. Yeah.
Helped. Definitely, I was like watching it. I was like, I had a little food poisoning yesterday. So like I was like half like dead. But I was also like just trying to stay up and watch this thing. But it was fantastic.
And the level of hockey was like,
it was just that literally probably was like the most entertaining, fun hockey game I've ever watched.
Yeah. I did see somebody post and they're like, why can't we just get like a 7-game series of like US versus Canada?
That'd be awesome.
Just,
Can you imagine that?
I mean,
Just do it over like a week.
if it was like normal NHL rules, like the amount of physicality and fights that would happen, of course, a 7-game series. If you watch NHL hockey, the playoffs already are amped up. And
Was there any fights in the Olympics?
Yeah, there was a couple scraps.
I didn't really notice any.
Yeah, there was some, not in a US. I don't think there was one in the USA games, but there was a couple scraps, and the guys got ejected. It was a ejection major. There was a couple, but not much of anything.
The ladies almost scrapped a couple times.
Yeah, I got physical too. Yeah, I don't know what the right rule is. The Olympics, and you want people to be.
It's supposed to be like the perfection of sportsmanship to a certain degree, right?
Correct. And so it's hard. We talked about it on Friday during the live. Having fighting out of hockey can take away from it in a way if you're trying to protect people. But I thought everybody.
But it's also part of the culture of the sport.
It's part of the culture. There was only one hit yesterday in the game that I thought in a normal hockey game that probably would have been a fight. That hit on Larkin that Wilson put on against the net when he went. Larkin kind of got out of the way. I thought it was a borderline hit. Maybe dirty, maybe not.
Yeah.
And again, Larkin mainly was like getting out of the way of it.
That's Tom Wilson hockey right there.
Right. And so I thought that was the only one. There was a couple scraps in front of the net, but that was the only one where I thought there might have been a fight.
Yeah.
There might have been a fight. Otherwise, I thought everybody played hard, played good. The refs, I thought 2 of the refs were NHL refs. They knew what they were doing. They let them play a bit.
Yeah, for sure.
They let the game be physical. I didn't think there was any tic-tacky calls. I thought there was a couple cells on both sides on the high sticks.
Yeah.
But I mean, you get hit in the face, you're gonna grab your face.
Well, Jack had no teeth.
Yeah.
At the end of that game, practically. Like half his mouth was half his teeth, like he still had teeth in his mouth, but like half the teeth were gone. Like it was crazy looking.
Yeah.
And then the same thing happened to right after that.
Yeah, I forget was it McKinnon that took the high stick?
I think it was McKinnon. But I think he lost like 1 tooth.
McKinnon's quote after the game was legendary.
What did he say? I didn't see that.
Oh, he did a post-game interview and he said, I think if anybody watched the game, they know who the better team was.
Go. Okay. I get that. I get that to a certain degree, but like, get over yourself.
You did win the game, dude. You were on the ice. He was the one that gave up the puck.
Yeah.
On that forecheck. Like he turned the puck over and then they scored. So
yeah. It's on you, dude.
It's on you.
It's on you.
Yeah. I think we
That's
know.
why the Avalanche haven't won a Stanley Cup yet. Or actually they have.
Yeah, they got one.
In like the last handful of years though.
Yeah. They won it 2 years ago. 2 or 3 years ago.
Was that when they beat Vegas? No, they're in the same.
They're the same. Vegas and the Stars have been problems for them, actually.
Yeah.
No, it had to be more because the Panthers won the last 2.
Right.
So
did they beat Tampa?
Yeah, I think they won it 3 years ago. Was when they won it because Florida's won. No, Florida's been the last 3. Florida's been the last 3. They lost 1 3 ago, and then they won the last 2. So it must have won like 4 or 5 years ago, actually. Somebody will probably comment and tell us.
Yeah, someone will probably enlighten.
But yeah, no, because Florida's been the last 3 Stanley Cups. And they're probably going to miss the playoffs this year because they're all hurt.
Right.
Yeah, and that's the East is a gauntlet.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Like, the East is like the Red Wings will win 8 of 10 and not gain like a point on anybody. Like they're hopefully going to make the playoffs. We'll see what type of shape Larkin comes back in, but we'll see. I thought it was interesting to what the team's guys came from. Ottawa was really well represented. Like Minnesota had some boys in. Like everybody pretty much had guys playing, maybe not for US, but for some other teams out there. So,
like Columbus would have had Goudreau and we had Werenski.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I don't know if anyone else played on.
No, for Columbus. Well, maybe on like the Finns or Slovakia.
Yeah, maybe on Finland.
Yeah, because even like Detroit had Larkin, they had Lucas Raymond playing out there, and then we had one other guy that I thought made one of the international teams.
I think the Panthers had more people represented because Marchand was on Canada.
Yep.
Then they had Chuck.
Yep.
Well, as we were saying earlier, Bob would have been on.
Bob would have been on the Russian team.
He'd been on the Russian team.
If they could have played.
Which that team should have been playing.
Yeah, hopefully that whole
because that would have been entertaining, just for entertainment purposes, not any other.
Yeah, that whole war thing's really messing up.
Yeah, it's
Olympic
messing
sports.
a lot of stuff up.
The hockey especially because you look at their. I mean, everyone thinks about Ovechkin and Malkin, but Panarin and Kucherov and all these other guys. Like there are some really great Russian hockey players out there.
Oh yeah,
it'd been really cool to see them in the games, and it brings back some old rivalries because we grew up.
Imagine Ovechkin against Crosby in the Olympics again, like one last time kind of deal.
Yeah,
because that probably won't happen in 4 years.
Well, no, I mean they're talking about Sid's injury might be a lot worse than people thought. Like Sid might not play the rest of the season, so we'll see.
He might just have to hang it up.
Yeah,
because it's like the same. It's just like an injury that just cost him his year. And I'm like, how many times can that guy go through like an injury rehab?
Yeah,
just over and over and over again. Like he has got nothing else to prove.
No, he's
Like how
done-
many Stanley Cup championships that guy have? 3?
he's done everything. So yeah, if he hangs up, and Obi's probably got maybe a year or 2 left
Right.
at most. So
He looks old.
he does.
He looks old.
He does, but he's still got.
He's still so good though.
He's still so good. He's still so good. Well, like I said, we're gonna do our episode here. So tune in. We'll have it out here in a week or 2. So look for our episode. Again, we did a little bit of a live. So look for the Espinosa stuff out there on the website. We still got some Moorhead bombs, which are really, really cool. We have some really cool ashtrays. And the 58, the Knuckle Sandwich 58 is available in stores and online right now. So for Tyler Jones, I'm Joe Pasquale. Look for the episode and stay smoky.